Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, maybe good evening, just depends on what part of the world that you are living in. Today I'm making a pepperoni chicken, and this is so simple. It's so good. I made it for Jimmy a few nights ago, earlier in the week, and he always tells me, "That's delicious, thank you." You know, he's just got good manners. But when I made this for him, he said 3 or 4 times while eating it, "This is so good." So, you know what? This is a keeper in my kitchen, and I'm making it again today. And y'all, I just love this recipe. Give me a shout out. Let me know that you're with me today. And I see ya. Hey, Lori and Marianne, it's so good to see y'all this morning. I'm going to set this right over here, and I'll try to look at it throughout the video. And hang on, you know, I love to give you a shout out as things are moving along. Now, I've already got my skillet. You're going to need a good heavy bottomed, not a cast iron. I'm so used to cooking in cast iron, it just comes out of my mouth automatically. But this is just a nice heavy bottomed skillet, and I've been allowing it to heat up because we're going to sear this chicken. Now I'm only using 1 chicken breast, and I put it in a plastic bag and I just pounded it out. You can use a rolling pin or a meat mallet, just whatever you've got. My mom, I can remember when I was little, she would pound out round steak for her country fried steak with a Coke bottle. And I remember seeing that, and when I got older and I could start cooking myself, I used the Coke bottle, and then I found that, you know, there's a lot of kitchen tools that make this a whole lot easier. But, you know, back in the day, you used what you had, and that's what she had, and that's what she used. Now, one of the reasons why I have pounded it out, first of all, you're making a larger chicken breast, and it's going to be easier to cook because chicken breasts come with that really thick piece, and then it tapers off. And by the time you cook that really thick piece, the tapered part is just, you might as well throw it away because it's way overcooked. But with this, y'all, it's going to cook evenly and really fast. And this is a large piece of chicken. It didn't look too large when I took it out of the pack, but by the time I got done with it, look, it just looks great. And I'm taking my chicken shears and I'm cutting this in half. I know a lot of people cut chicken by halving it horizontally, just halving the breast. But I found that this is easier for me, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So this works good for me. Now I'm seasoning these chicken breasts just with some really simple seasoning. First of all, I've got some kosher salt, and I'm just going to give it a nice little sprig there, and I've got some garlic. Now if you want to use, this is just powdered garlic. If you want to use the garlic salt, then go right ahead. And I'm also using Italian seasoning, just a little bit. And this is really good, y'all. And you know what I'm going to do? Hey, Victoria. You know, I am going to do the same thing with the opposite side. Salt. I'm so glad it's Friday, y'all. I just woke up this morning and thought, oh, it feels so good to know Jimmy's going to be home for the weekend. And we're not going to the cabin this weekend. We're staying home, which means we get to go to church. I'm super excited about that. Y'all, I'm singing Sunday night. A little nervous and excited about that, but I'm not doing a solo. I'll just be with the team. But that's really exciting. I'm pumped up about that. Now we're done with this. So I can put this away and clear out my working space. Now I've got some olive oil, and sometimes I'll put a little olive oil on my chicken breast just to help my seasoning stick a little bit better, but today I'm not. And y'all, I've already been heating this. I like adding olive oil to a hot skillet, so I don't let the oil heat up with the skillet. And see, it's already starting to smoke. And I'm adding about a tablespoon of butter. And the butter is going to give this flavor, and it's going to give it just a nice color. So you go ahead and get this, and look at that. Isn't that pretty? And in goes my chicken. Oh yeah, that's exactly the sound that I want to hear. I call it applause. So you want it to kind of clap for you. If it sounds sad, it is sad. So you definitely want just that nice sear. And I'm keeping an eye on this because I'm using my hot plate, which I dearly love, but it can get hot a lot faster than my stovetop does. So let me see who's with us today. Victoria and Ruth. Hey, it's so good to see y'all. And Wanda and Donna. Yay, I'm bending down because I'm trying to set it up where I've got this iPad. Just, hey, Jerry and Norma. Love y'all. Carol. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are such a blessing to me. And I want to say, while this chicken is cooking, and it's not going to take long, y'all, it's going to take probably, for this size chicken breast, maybe 3 minutes on each side. But while this is cooking, hey, Susan and Donna, I want to say thank y'all so much. If you've watched my page recently, you've seen my sweet Annabelle Rose on here, and she is doing a community service project for her town, for Geneva, Alabama. And Annabelle wears glasses, and she's worn glasses since she was 3 years old. And it's her identity. You know, she doesn't think a thing in the world about wearing glasses. As a matter of fact, she probably doesn't ever remember not wearing them. So anyway, she's taken on the Lions Club in Geneva as her community service project. And we have just asked that you bring your old glasses to a couple of drugstores that's in Geneva, and those of y'all that don't live in our area, if you wanted to send some children's glasses, because we don't get many of those, I posted a link for that, and we're just, y'all, we are just overwhelmed and overjoyed that you have helped with that. So I just have to say thank you so much. And Annabelle will come on soon and say thank you. We're actually donating the glasses on Monday to the Lions Club, so I'll be sharing pictures about that. Now look at this chicken. Before I turn it, I just want you to see how it's getting white around the edges. That lets me know that the bottom is cooked. And look at this gorgeous color, would you? That is what we're looking for, that flavor. Anytime you're cooking a protein, such as beef, chicken, pork, always remember to get that nice golden brown color on it, because that is flavor. Without that, you just kind of get that bland stuff. And by the way, y'all, let me grab a plate, because I'm going to take this chicken off and transfer it to a plate here in just a minute. But, let's see. Oh, thanks, Victoria. She said it looks delicious. Now, let me show you what I've got here. I'm veering off just a little bit from the recipe, but not much. I've posted the recipe below. If you will look at the title, you'll tap the little see more, then the recipe is going to come up, as well as links to whatever I'm using and wearing and just all of that. I get lots of messages asking, so I've just learned to post it in the link. But the recipe is strictly for the chicken. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to put this together. And by the way, this is ready to come off the heat, because we are going to add it back in, and it's going to cook a little bit more. And look, isn't that gorgeous? I'm just going to take these. They're nice and seared on both sides. And there we go. Now I have some leftover spaghetti from the other night, because I served this over spaghetti. So I'm adding this cold spaghetti right to my pan. And I want all of that delicious drippings from the chicken, and then that butter and that olive oil to be all in this. And now I've got some jarred sauce. You can use whatever you like. And this was left over from the other night. I just put it in a mason jar, and there we go. And really, the sauce, the pasta, is up to you. So I'm just going to pour this right in. Set back a little bit. And I'm going to work this into my spaghetti here. Y'all. I start getting excited. Ooh, I don't want to get rid of that completely. All right. Now, let's see how I can show you a little bit better, because I can see that my camera is cutting off just a little bit of this chicken. So let me show you how I'm doing this. I'm going to go ahead and turn that heat up just a tiny bit. But we said it's pepperoni chicken, right? So in goes this chicken. I'm going to nestle it right here into my spaghetti. Jimmy will be home for lunch here in just a few minutes, so he is going to be super happy. He loves leftovers. This isn't quite leftovers, is it? I don't want any of that good drippings, those good drippings, to go to waste. And here go the pepperoni. Look at this, y'all. This is all about how much you want. If you have a teenage boy in your house, then you may want to double up on the pepperoni. I know my grandsons can, they can put down some pepperoni. And this dish would be right up their alley. So use as much or as little as you want. I'm just going to take one more there. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Already. Yum. 2 pieces for me. And now I have some shredded cheese. You could use the sliced cheese if you want to, just mozzarella. This is actually a mozzarella and provolone blend. Sargento makes this, and I love it. And I am just going to lay this right over the top of this chicken. And you know what? Since I've got extra, why not gild the lily and just go ahead and put this all in. All right, now I have a lid. This isn't going in the oven. This is 100% skillet made. So this is basically going to heat until the cheese melts. So easy. I love it. And if you want to drizzle a little bit of sauce over this when it's done, you can. But while this is melting, and I promise you it won't take long, let's see who's out there with me today. And where are you from? Hey, Lynette from Kentucky. And Sue's watching from East Texas. Got a special place in my heart for East Texas. You know, I lived in Houston for almost 40 years, so I know all about some East Texas. LG Martin from Placid, Florida. Love you. Tina Sauls. Oh, Tina is my sister-in-love, and just love her. She is the sister of Jimmy's ex-wife, and so we just have a great relationship with all of his former family. We don't call them former family, we just call them family because they are. So we're just blessed. Hey, Amanda. All right, this is starting to kind of bubble up in the middle, and this cheese is gonna get ooey and gooey. Now, is there anybody that has maybe a question about this particular dish? Let me just look. Oh, I appreciate y'all. I'm just so blessed to have people that are always encouraging, and you always are. I'll tell you just a funny little something. While this is melting, I had someone recently say, stop talking, you're not Paula Deen. Okay, well, hello, I know that. And y'all, and here I go with my y'all, I love Paula Deen. I mean, she really opened it up for all of the Southern cooks here in our area and put the South on the map, so to speak. She was the entrepreneur of what we're all doing. But I think because maybe I used y'all or talk a lot, which is just kind of the way we do things here, and everybody uses y'all. I mean, she may have introduced that to some other parts of the country, but I thought, well, okay, interesting. You just never know what you're gonna hear on social media, and you have to take the good with the bad. But I always just kind of laugh a little bit when people say stuff like that, because you never know what they're thinking. But anyway, at least they're watching, right? So I guess I can't complain. All right, my heat is going off, and I'm gonna say this is good enough, and I'm gonna take this off my heat completely and unplug it right now. You can't be too safe with those hot plates. Now, I could let this melt a little bit more, and it would not have been a bad thing. But y'all, I just hate to take up a ton of your time. I've got some basil. So I've got that. I've got a basil plant on my porch. I always grow fresh herbs on my porch and in my backyard. And I'm trying to reroot this, but I don't want these leaves to go to waste, because when you replant the roots, they shouldn't have any leaves on them, because you want everything to go into the plant versus the leaves, all the nutrients and stuff. Miss Brenda Gant taught me that. I appreciate all of her videos about other things. Ooh, this is the perfect opportunity to use my new spatula that I got from Old Country Kitchen. I don't want to burn myself. Let's see. Oh, wow. Look at that. That looks and smells so good. Okay, I want the smaller piece. Is there a smaller piece in here? Let's go ahead and dip this out. I know there's going to be lots of spaghetti dragging. Oh, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Cheese pull. Look at that. That chicken was cooked that I put on this plate. So For anybody that might say, y'all, it was cooked. Everything is good. Now, just because I cooked for so many years professionally, which I dearly loved, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to do what I do now, but you've got to make this presentation look good. So I'm going to take a paper towel. I always do this, y'all. Doesn't matter if I'm eating it for myself or I'm serving it. I'm weird like that. I can't help myself. That's what they taught me to do, so that's what I do. Now I have got some of this delicious fresh basil. You could take some Parmesan cheese and put that on top. That would be delicious. But honestly, for me, this is quite enough cheese. Look at this. Well, you know I'm going in for the bite, y'all. I never leave you hanging on that. I'm always ready to taste the food. So, let's go. And I just cut off this. I'm going to try to not be too ambitious today. And I know it's all about the chicken. So, but look at this. Look. Now, the little bit of red is obviously from the sauce, but it's cooked beautifully, and you can see that it's nice and moist and still juicy and going in my mouth. That's perfection. The seasoning works. The pepperoni just gives it an elevated boost in flavor, and then the cheese just brings it all together, y'all. That is so good. This is perfect for just any weeknight meal, but I would say this is elegant enough to serve at a dinner party. You could just put a big, maybe casserole or a big plate out and place your pasta in your plate or a great big bowl, and then put your chicken around and serve it on the table, family style. Oh yeah. And my mother and my father always taught me to eat my pasta with a spoon, so perfect. Y'all, you gotta try this. This is so easy. You saw it come together in minutes right before your eyes, and you have got a perfect meal right here. Maybe a side salad, maybe some crusty French bread, maybe not, maybe just this. And this is comfort food to the max. You're a blessing to me. I love you so, so much. I'll tell you that next week, Jimmy and I will be in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We can hardly wait. We will be leaving towards the end of the week, and we're taking you along with us. I will be cooking in a fabulous, fabulous kitchen. And y'all, it is going to be good. And I've also got some great things coming up in the beginning of the week. Mom and I are spending a lot of time together. We're getting everything transferred from Florida to Alabama. Her house is looking beautiful. She wants to put a few finishing touches on it before I let you see it, which is so my mom. It has to be perfect. Me, you know, I just did not get that genetic quality that she did. I wish I did, but she wants it to be just right. But I will be showing you her house soon. She's doing fabulous. She's spending a lot of time with my Aunt Gail, which is her sister. It's only the two of them. And so it has been a real sweet time. And I know that she'll be joining me soon. It can't be soon enough in my books, but it will be when it is. And I know that y'all will all welcome her with open arms. Maybe I'll post a picture of us tomorrow. We'll be down there doing some little odds and ends, so we'll see about that. But anyway, make sure you like the video. Send me a heart. I love your comments. And if you share it, that really takes it over the top and it blesses me on a whole different level. I appreciate y'all. Just keep checking my page. You never know when I'll pop up. And I will see you soon. Love you again.